Wow, wow, wow. Sorry, Franklin, I got a Sony and that's Japanese. But anyway, we're going to keep this going because we got this guy showed up from Detroit and he's ready to go. I saw him drinking beers over here. I think he's prime time. Let's give it up for Vic Quattrin.
Hello, everyone. Nick talked me into this, and then he starts throwing a word like professional comedians, and this is literally my first time, which I was not going to admit until I saw how funny the first few people were. So I'm gonna own it, so I get a little bit more friendly audience reactions. But yeah, when my parents told me one day that I could make something of myself, I never thought they'd picture me opening in a backyard in Venice, doing a 5-minute set in front of all these people, sitting in random chairs. How fantastic for my parents, right? They probably love me so much right now. But no, it's cool. Because that one kid in school who always makes their friends laugh, that one guy, he's always there, and their friends appreciate him. You're going out, and they're like, "Oh, you're so funny. You should do stand-up someday." I don't have any friends, so I have no idea who that fucking person is. I really hope someone here does, because I'd love to meet him. So let's start with something. I apparently recently moved to Chicago, and every year I get older, and old sucks. And I'm gonna touch on this a couple times, but let's start with the first time. I got my first ear hair the other day. That's not a joke. I just wanted to announce it to a group of people. I just felt like people should know that. So anyone here have kids? Because kids are great. Yeah. Not many people in LA do, but I figured I'd bring it up. Yeah, I have a kid, and everyone says the same thing when you tell them about your kid. It's like, oh, kids are great. They change your life. They're so amazing. They're not fucking amazing. And yes, they do change your life, but they're fucking terrifying. Like, I'm watching this kid getting smarter, stronger, taller, and I'm getting older, fatter, and unfortunately balder. And this is what I gotta live with. He legit sucks the life out of me like a goddamn adorable little fucking vampire. Right in front of my fucking eyes, and I have to do it. I'm training the little kid who's gonna take my house, my money, maybe even my fucking clothes, and eventually my wife. Which is weird, but he's gonna really want to show me who's boss when he hits 18. So, as comedians, let's do another dumb fact about me. Oh, I've recently been to Portland, which is great. Is anyone Portland? No? A few of us, I guess my crew. It's great. It's home of a lot of hipsters, hipster beers, hipster beards, hipster clothes, just a whole hip town in itself. In fact, it's the first time I've literally felt like the most attractive guy in an entire city. Outside of being down south. That goes without saying. I didn't feel like I had to announce it. So, they also have one other fact, which is great. They have the most strip clubs per capita of any other fucking city. Could you, yeah, that's real, I guess. That's what the locals tell me. So I went with it. But here you go. I'm gonna do something really dumb with this. But they're so cool there. They're actually called stripsters. And I wanted to go get a private dance in the champagne room, but down there they call it the craft beer room. Okay, so speaking of what happens in the back room at a strip club, get a little dirty for a second. There's something in modern society they don't feel like we talk about enough that you should get to when it comes to sex. And that is where the dude finishes. And I'm sorry, I know there's no fart jokes. But this is a serious thing. I feel like in today's society, this should be like something on your Tinder. Because that's a lot of pressure. I mean, it's easy for sailors because you just go right in the condom and you're done. But for every other person who should never wear a condom, it's tricky. When do you bring this up? Is it when you meet her? Is it at dinner? Is it when you meet her parents? Like, hey, this is what we're gonna kind of do tonight. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't want to wait till the 0 hour on this one. So, again, like I said, I'm from Detroit or Chicago or whatever, tell me I'm from. And so when I'm out here in LA, I spend about half my life out here. I have to take a lot of fucking Ubers and Lyfts and whatever you want to call them. And I totally feel like Uber gets a bad rap. Do you guys remember cabs? Does anyone remember the life in a fucking cab? Like, you get in these leather seats that are tore up. How the fuck are these seats tore up? Was someone knifing them? Like, why are they cut open like this? And there's music blaring from a country I've never even heard of. How did they even dial in this station? The fuck, do they have a satellite dish on this fucking... Like, where is this coming from? It reeks of food. It's like they literally live at that thing. And then you're sitting, and then the credit card machine never works. You have to pay, you have to get out. It was awful. But I don't know. That's just me. Oh, okay. Here we go. I have my little list here. Sorry, guys. You know, I'm not, like, again, not professional. But let's go back to that old comment I talked about earlier. You know, being old is not great. And there's a lot of things involved, especially when you grow up in, like, today's society. Like with phones and social media and stuff. There's one thing that terrifies me every single time someone pulls out their phone. And it's fucking double chin. Anytime someone takes your picture and my fat ass is a double chin, and you don't even know how to get rid of it. And I literally spend time like craning my neck to try to get rid of it. There's been 2 or 3 times I look like a fucking sea turtle in these photos. And without you ever even knowing, your friends have got it right there on Instagram. Or if you're over 60, Facebook. And they have put out so many face-altering apps. I can look like a goddamn cat, dog, I can look like I'm 90, I can look like I'm 16, I can have soft light, and not one fucking smooths out my chin. I mean, come on. This has to be some sort of $1 million idea just announced to entire backyard. Someone want to take it, just send me some kind of money. Okay, so I was gonna end on some great political joke that I was gonna like spend all this fucking time writing and like getting into it, watching CNN or Fox Noise or something. But I did, and there's nothing wrong with our current politicians. There's no problems. There's nothing funny about what's going on right now. So I didn't get into it. So I brought the idea to do a song. Then I brought a guitar and oh wait, actually I never wrote anything. Completely fucked that one up, eh? And that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Give it up, Vic Quattrin. Motown via Chicago via who knows where. That's okay. This next guy, is a friend of mine, and he is a slayer.
Thanks, guys.
So let's give it up for Josh Spear.